I didn't even want to think about it because normally I'd do something dumb for April Fool's Day, make up some shit, but it can't be any worse than the so called leaks I've just read. Some of this stuff, like I said, and I'm being completely serious, all right, because I read over these last night, and some of it looks like complete disinformation. They've done this kind of thing before where certain things will get leaked out, and then they throw a little mistruth in, a little, they throw it out, they throw some truth in, and they surround it with lies because it's easier to swallow, make a lie if there's a little bit of the truth in it. And like I said, I'm being totally serious. This is no bullshit. Especially the last one, Shooty won't be returning. All right, I need to know when this list was compiled, when was it posted, because number one is basically a synopsis of the first episode that we just got in Doctor Who Magazine. And Doctor Who Magazine was out a little while ago. Also, and like I said, I'm going to say spoiler alert, and trust me, this is no April Fool's joke. This is what they're saying. Miss Flood is going to be a bi-generated version of the Ronnie. Ronnie, Rain, Flood. Here's the problem. They've done this to us before, where they've leaked a bit of information. It sounds like it makes sense, but at the same time, it turned out to be utter bunk. Okay? Like I said, this is some of the leaks that were posted. This is no joke. This is not an April Fool's Day gag. This is what I have read. If it was April Fool's Day gag, I'd say, look, I'd make up some shit and I'd say April Fool, but this isn't. They're claiming Miss Flood is a bi-generate of the Ronnie, and that the real Ronnie is being played by a younger Asian actress who will appear at the beginning of the series, episode 7, I mean. A younger Asian actress. I'm really hoping that, the bi-generation trope, okay, I can handle that once. But to try to do it again in another series, I'm really hoping that's not what's going to happen. This is no bullshit. This is no April Fool's Day. This is what the leaks say. Also, Shooty won't be returning for a series 2. It's like, well, that one's 50-50. You can literally flip a coin and go, yeah. You see, and that's my point. The Ronnie was not just a renegade like the Master. Now that you've seen Mark of the Ronnie, Grant, or you now know what the Ronnie's MO was. The Ronnie liked to experiment and didn't give a shit about what the results were on the people she was experimenting on. Nor did she give a damn about the feud between the Doctor and the Master and all that. And so now you know the Ronnie's MO. So, and also, how would the Ronnie tie into all this, crazy reality is gone, haywire bullshit? Exactly. She's amoral. She's like neutral evil, or I'd have to say, or something like that. She don't give a damn. Or chaotic evil. No, chaotic evil is no, she wasn't chaotic evil. Not lawful evil either. Like I said, I'll have to go reread all those old D&D alignments again. Or chaotic neutral might even serve. Yeah. So, what can you do? It's so that's like I said. It doesn't seem like. Also, yeah, they claim that the Ronnie or whatever, Miss Flood mentions Omega, and someone went on about that in the comic. Yeah, Omega can return, K9 can return, but like I said, you still have to get the rights and all that to do that. It's not like it'd be a big issue. Why do you think in the first series of Sarah Jane Adventures, K9 didn't pop up till like way later? Because there was a rights thing that popped up later, and that's why K9 was off, in that box or whatever. And the alternate weirdo dimension thing, I can't remember exactly what it was, but that's why K9 was tied up for that whole first series. Um, but also, a lot of people don't know it, but Chibnall wanted K9 to return during the Whitaker era, but it did not happen. Like I said, it feels like it's a ruse. It feels like it's fake. Because I remember when somebody had the 50th anniversary script, somebody had printed a completely bogus script. I'm not saying it was the BBC, but there were bogus scripts lying around everywhere for people to grab back during the 50th anniversary year. One of which, I think they even deliberately left one in a taxi, and someone found it. And there was one that got sent to me in the Omega Files group, and we were like 5 minutes into reading this thing, and I looked up and I go, "This is total bullshit." And they're like, "Well, what makes you say that?" I said, "For one, it's complete fan service. Number two, the BBC wouldn't have had the budget to film the first half hour of it. And also, there's no way they were going to fit all this into the 75-minute time slot that we were given." So yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not doing any April Fool's Day joke right now. I'm actually discussing the leaks as I've read them over the last day or so. Also, Shooty sat down at the Graham Norton show a few months ago and said that they were going to be back filming Series 3. Now, unless something changed between then and now, where Shooty decided not to come back, and that is possible. So I'm not discounting it completely. But, because he is young, he does have a lot of, offers, and the BBC does not pay very well compared to Hollywood and other places. Well, Mark got these off. These are the Reddit 4chan whatever leaks. We've had these before. And this person was supposedly mostly right for the 60th. I'm not kidding. If any of these are true, if even a quarter of these are true, then RTD's gone completely off the he's completely off the path. He's missed the plot. He's gone doolally. All right, he's gone doolally, as a friend of mine once said. Also, as much as they did want to bring the Ronnie back, I don't know. I think Miss Flood has a bigger part to play than just being the Ronnie. Why would the Ronnie voluntarily live as a neighbor, or in a neighborhood? I know that, she does experiment on things and all that, but, ugh. Yeah, the leaks make no sense. I was sitting here reading them, and I'm like, and of course, one of the other ones that popped up is Susan will appear in the finale. That sounds like fan service. It sounds to me like this is planted, because as much as I would love to have Carol Ann Ford pop up one more time, I love how Chibnall was able to get William Russell in there, and nobody else had been up to that point. And that's all I wanted. He didn't have to be in a long, drawn-out action sequence. Come on, the guy was in his 90s, I think, for crying out loud. He reprised the role of Ian for the first time in how many decades? And that's all I wanted. But they've had millions of opportunities to bring Susan Foreman back, a.k.a. Carol Ann Ford, and they never have. But at the same time, I'm the guy who was told 6 months before the one series with Jodie Whittaker premiered that, yeah, that Sasha Dhawan was playing the Master, and I set it aside and put it on the rumor pile because I was like, okay, he just got done playing a villain in, well, he got Iron Fist, and he was also just in, what do you call it, oh God, the documentary movie that Mark Gatiss made. Well, it wasn't a documentary. It was, what do you call it, the Trip Through Space and Time movie. My brain's just blanking at this moment, so. Yeah, he was in there as Waris Hussein. And but like I said, the more I read these leaks, the more I don't believe them. They sound made up, and also it sounds like something the BBC would leak because it's got fan service in that, and a lot of people have never gotten the axiom: if it sounds too good to be true, then chances are it's not. An Adventure in Space and Time. Yeah, my brain just blanked this morning on me. There's been a lot of thunderstorms, up there in the planet Bulbous. There seems to be very little activity in the northern hemisphere today. Wait a minute, is that something running across the plane? Wait, okay. Yeah, it was an incredible couple days. Yeah. Ugh. But no, like I said, I'm not going to do an April Fool's joke this year. No, it's just these are the actual leaks I read, and I'm like, this smells made up. Like I said, right off the bat, number one is a synopsis that we've already been given in Doctor Who magazine, and I see that's what tends to happen. They'll give you a bunch of stuff that you know to be true, and then they'll slip some bullshit in. That's the thing. It's going to be interesting again this year because we've got so many Saturdays scheduled. And the thing is by the time I get out of work, watch the episode, I'm going to see if we can do them same day. But the problem is that doesn't mean everybody on the panel has seen it at the same time I have. So I'm going to have to sit down with everybody and say, look, what would be great for you? Are we going to do the following week we review the episode, blah, 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 or are we going to try to, get it done that day? It doesn't really matter to me because it's not like I'm one of them guys out there chasing the almighty dollar to be on YouTube because I don't pay for advertising. I don't boycott it. I don't even post links anymore. I used to all the time, and it's like it took me a half hour to put the links up on all the Doctor Who groups I was in. And then half the time I'd get hit with, you shouldn't post that here. Well, the last guy just did. A guy was posting, no. But your channel's not as well known. Why should we bother? Huh? Okay. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to go with. We're going to probably do it the following week. That way we know everybody's seen the episode by then. Plus, it's going to get interesting because I got to figure out how we're going to get a hold of a couple people because Skype is going under. They're allegedly shutting down Skype in May, I believe it is. So, but once again, leaks are fun. Leaks can be what you call it, but don't take them as if they're gospel. I've said it a billion times on this channel. Beware of false prophets. I'm not a big biblical guy, but that's one that sticks to me, especially doing this for so many years. I've seen, I don't know how many fake leaks. Trust me, you're not missing much. Skype had its heyday, and it's been long done and over with anyway. It's Yeah, like I said, don't believe the leaks until you see them. And like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff in there that seems made up to me. That they're connecting dots just to make sure that you fall for this. Some of it may be true, but like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, but the one, yeah, they're claiming the one episode's a sequel to Midnight, and like I said, I'm really hoping they're not. That was a good story on its own. Why do you need to make a sequel to it? So I'm really hoping that one's definitely not true. All right, well, I'm getting inside, folks, so please be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's time for me to go in there and get 9 hours of gruesome work done, so take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll catch you on the flip side.